So we have the first official PlayStation 5, PlayStation 3 emulated title. Yes, this is real, an actual game running on PlayStation 5, the Game Awards, and my highlights from last night, and a new PlayStation 5 Features update is now live. Those are the stories we're going to cover today, and if you could hit that like button on the video, thank you to those that do it, and as always, it's very much appreciated. First, from 1 to 10, what would you rate the Game Awards from last night if you watched it? For me personally, the show was great. There were a lot of reveals, updates for many great games coming out in 2026 and 2027, but that's just me. What about you? So comment below from 1 to 10, what would you rate the Game Awards from last night? Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the first story of the video, the Game Awards and my highlights from last night. So, I have a bunch of games here, and I'm going to try to get through them as quickly as I can. And these aren't in order for the most part. I kind of just noted them down as I went along. So, here we go. First up is Pragmata, launching April 24th, 2026, with a demo coming to the PlayStation 5. Stupid Never Dies, which is an action game with great art style from, if you could see in the trailer. Star Wars, The Fate of the Old Republic. This was a huge one, a new single-player action RPG Star Wars game. The visuals they're going for looks amazing if they're trying to go for what we saw in the trailer. Toxic Commando launches March 12, 2026. I've been waiting years for this game. It's a new 4-player co-op zombie shooter, so looking forward to that. Resident Evil 9, another big one at the show. Leon was finally revealed. He will be bringing the action, and he looks great for being 98 years old. So Exodus launches in early 2027. This is from the ex-Mass Effect developers. For Loop, this is another 4-player co-op shooter. This is the one that Sony recently partnered with. It's from the creator of Left 4 Dead. It looks interesting, but I need to see more. Ontos is a new sci-fi horror game from the same team that made Soma. It looks right up my alley. Coven of the Chickenfoot. So this is a PC-only game, but this is the game from Bruce Straley, the co-director of The Last of Us. The art style looks amazing, but it's only on PC. Why? Warlock is a new D&D game that's a single-player action RPG with first gameplay coming summer 2026, so I assume Summer Games Fest. Screamer is an anime-like Blur, split-second-like racing game launching March 26, 2026, and I'm looking forward to it. Control Resonant was revealed. This is the trademark we saw recently. It's not Control 2 with Jessie. It's a new melee-focused Control game with her brother Dylan, and it looks amazing. It's launching in 2026. No Law is the new game from the studio behind Ascent. It's a first-person shooter cyberpunk title, and it looks pretty good, so I'm looking forward to that. Sorrows got a new delayed release date from March 20th to April 30th. This was revealed via a story trailer. With how many games launching in March, I get why they delayed it. It was just weird. It kind of just happened out of nowhere. Still very much, of course, looking forward to it, especially with the new story trailer. That looked great. Tomb Raider got 2 game announcements, just as the leaks have stated, with the full remake of the original launching in 2026 and the new Tomb Raider set in India, Catalyst, launching in 2027. These look great, and I'm excited for both. Star Wars Galactic Racer is a new Star Wars racing game, and it looks like a lot of intense racing fun. That's set to launch in 2026. And finally, we have something that wasn't at the show, but I wanted to include it here since it was announced yesterday. Gears of War E-Day has been confirmed for 2026. I'm very much looking forward to playing this on PlayStation 5. It was a great show overall, honestly, with a lot of great games shown off, but that's just how I saw it. And if you're enjoying the video so far, hit that subscribe button and join our growing community on our way to 150,000 subscribers. Now, diving into the second story of the video, new features update live now for PS5. Reading from Push Square, Sony's been slowly adding to the functionality of its Welcome Hub starter screen with new widgets and animated wallpapers. You may recall it recently added a seasonal wallpaper with changes depending on the time of the year. But now, just in time for the holidays, it's added a cozy fireplace theme. This one shows clouded glass-like PlayStation symbols in front of a warm hearth, an appropriate addition for the current winter weather. Perhaps coolest of all, this theme comes with audio sound effects, so you can hear the subtle roar of the fire when you select it. So it's great to see Sony continually update its Welcome Hub with new animated wallpapers. They also seem to be doing this more often. Considering we have an animated wallpaper for Battlefield 6, I wonder if we'll get one for something like Resident Evil 9, which comes out early next year. I for sure expect one for Sorrows come next year as well. But you guys let me know if you're going to switch to the fireplace animated wallpaper or not. Let me know down in the comments below. And now diving into the final story of the video, the first PlayStation 3 emulated game running on PlayStation 5 officially is here. Reading from Notebook Check, Sony is reportedly working with implicit conversions for its own answer to the problem, PlayStation 3 emulation. Playing the PS3 era Cloudberry Kingdom on PlayStation 5, Digital Foundry confirmed RedoApps has done the unexpected. The unforgiving 2013 platformer features procedurally generated levels. Several different versions are about to launch worldwide on the PlayStation Store. One option is to run the PlayStation 3 title on PlayStation 5 through the developer's emulator. Talking to Digital Foundry, Sayed Mahmoud Alawi explained how its Redo engine differs from RPCS3. Its solution lacks community support with a commercial intent in mind. The company has also put greater emphasis on high-level emulation, which provides a key advantage. Its ability to perform like the original hardware enables it to mimic the console's processor. The system's SPU has been the main obstacle to the retro gaming scene. Even though the developers have made advancements, they admit that some PS3 games are more difficult to emulate. According to Alawi, bringing back AAA titles to the PlayStation 5 is probably going to be brutal, but not impossible. Cloudberry Kingdom does not depend on the SPU as heavily as some other titles. Many targets also need considerable special attention. As a result, Redo engine may be less of a universal PlayStation 3 emulator than gamers would hope. Despite the shortcomings, Cloudberry Kingdom may offer the most authentic PlayStation 3 experience yet on the PlayStation 5. Visuals render at the console's maximum 1080p resolution with only minor glitches. An on-screen menu guides players as to how the DualShock controls are mapped to the DualSense controller. Save states, which are an experimental RPCS3 feature, are also available. So this is huge. We have an actual emulated PlayStation 3 title running on PlayStation 5 and only on PlayStation 5. No PS4 version, which makes me believe my theory that Sony has been waiting for PS4 players to shift to PlayStation 5 to potentially bring their PlayStation 3 emulator come next year. We'll see on that, of course. That's just a theory from my end. This is great though, and helped me learn what high-level and low-level emulation is, I guess, for the most part. High-level emulation is when they're emulating the behavior of the console, like a black box. They aren't emulating the exact hardware specs and everything inside of the PS3, but how it behaves, which apparently needs a lot of work for each game, but is easier to do than trying to emulate the exact hardware, which is what low-level emulation is and brings a more authentic, close to the original console experience, to keep the kind of definition here simple. And of course is also a more broad emulator. Not of course because we didn't know, but it's a more broad emulator working across more games than high-level emulation, which is specific to each game. Emulators can also use a combination of both, from my understanding. For certain aspects of what they're trying to get done, you can use both high-level and low-level in your emulation process. Here, they're using high-level emulation, and I'm happy to hear that it's not impossible for them to bring AAA games like MotorStorm, for example, to the PlayStation 5, which would be much harder to emulate than Cloudberry Kingdom. This is real. It's tangible. It's on the PlayStation 5, or depending on the region, it's coming to the PlayStation 5. I'm happy that there are also multiple teams now working on emulation for the PlayStation 5, and I guess, PlayStation 6 going forward. This is exciting. We have RedoApps and implicit conversions. I'm wondering if there's another studio that's going to pop up. Hey, the more, the better. I'm excited for all you guys to bring classic games to modern platforms. I'm excited to see how this plays out in 2026 if more games start to come from maybe Sony's emulator, and maybe if they are working with implicit conversions on whatever they got going over there for the PlayStation 3 side. I'm excited, but you guys let me know if you're excited to see the first PlayStation 3 emulated game on PlayStation 5. Let me know down in the comments below. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button, as it always helps. Subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is the part of the video where we have a little fun down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is the body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with "The classics are coming." Of course, we're talking about the PlayStation 3 emulator process here. Hopefully this brings more games come next year that come to the PlayStation 5. I'm excited for that. If you are as well, destroy the comment section with "The classics are coming." And I'll definitely heart those comments like I always do, because I appreciate everybody who stays to the end of my videos. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one.